everybody. Welcome back to the show. Hope you had a great weekend. News article I saw come across that I thought I would share with you is that in Manitoba, the Dakota are filing a lawsuit against the provincial and federal government, as well as the Hydro Crown Corporation. This is, of course, highlighting the fact that in Manitoba, the different levels of government have made billions of dollars, of course, of resource extraction, whether that's hydro by the flooding of indigenous lands, and then making billions of dollars with little compensation or consultation to the impacted communities. Now, there are several Dakota groups involved in this lawsuit. And what they're claiming is that since the land was never ceded, that the different levels of government have, of course, breached their constitutional and fiduciary responsibilities to the First Nations communities. For a little context, the Manitoba Hydro, since between the years of 2010 and 2019, made about $3.9 billion in profit. Now, keep in mind, that's just sheer profit. That's not their overall budget or income statement. That's just simply, profit. And now, if you're a taxpayer in Manitoba, that's good news for you. If you're, Joe Citizen walking around having a crown corporation making $3.9 billion to go into the coffer, never a bad thing. However, again, First Nations communities are marginalized out of this entire process and not properly consulted, nor is proper restitution made. Now, for those of you who may or may not remember, a few years prior to this, in 2023, I believe it was, or sooner, the Manitoba Metis Federation signed a deal with the same Crown Corporation for the tune of $150 million over a whopping 50-year deal. So this is, again, highlighting a little bit of the difference in, perspective, initiative between the government-funded Métis organizations and First Nations communities. You have, on one hand, the Manitoba Métis Federation, signing a crazy deal, in my opinion, 50 years long with the Crown Corporation, while at the same time that Crown Corporation is not treating its treaty partners, the Dakota, with the same level, apparently. So much like we just recently saw in Alberta with the Alberta Métis, purchasing land through another government-funded organization in Blackfoot Territory, Treaty 7, with little consultation with them about this project. So the government-funded Métis organizations continue to show very little respect, in my opinion, for treaty partners. They continue to sign deals, they continue to buy land, they continue to move forward with their projects without a lot of consideration. Almost no consultation, that's for sure. So you get the idea of why there seems to be a lot of hostility between First Nations communities and Métis peoples going forward. What is it going to take to fix that relationship? I don't know. I have a few ideas, but nothing that's probably very popular. And so I just thought I'd make you aware of that. Rising tensions, continuing ongoing tensions and rifts between the government-funded Métis organizations and First Nations communities. I don't see that changing until probably First Nations start to partner with non-government-funded Métis organizations, which make up the bulk of all Métis people in Canada, to push a different agenda. Again, that's my 2 cents, which in this day and age, pennies don't exist, so neither does my opinion, really. And some exciting news. We have Alan, the leader of the Métis Federation of Canada, is coming on the show this Friday, so stay tuned for that little interview. As well, we are on YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. If you enjoy the show, hit the like and subscribe. Please share. As always, if you find the content meaningful, please consider the Buy a Coffee program. Every dollar helps to, of course, upgrade equipment, increase the different things we can do on the show, and help us expand what the Jig is Up is all about. So, until next time, the Jig is Up. The Jig is Up is made possible in part by the Métis Federation of Canada, uniting Métis people from coast to coast to coast.